Cotro, and this is day 53. So, for the new ones, we do a lead code challenge or a coding challenge generally until I get a job or internship. This is day 53, and as usual, we're gonna do some lead code problems. So, this is my YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe or like this video if you want me to make more content like this. So you can find my other social media account in the YouTube bio. This is my LinkedIn. Don't forget to connect with me. This is my GitHub. Don't forget to follow me. And this is my Instagram and Discord. So we recently did a Discord server that you're all free to join it anytime you want. So without further ado, let's go to the lead code problems. So today problem I think will be a list. Okay, let's move this. Yeah. So it's a list problem. Let's bring our whiteboard. Okay. This is the problem of yesterday. So let's jump to the problem. Okay. So we have this increasing triplet subsequence. Okay. So given an integer array nums, return true if there exists a triple indices I, G, and K, such that I is lower than G and G lower than K, and num of I is lower than num. Okay, nums of G and lower nums of K. Okay, if no such indices exist, return false. Okay, so this lower. Oh, okay, this is not. So yeah, okay, so the triplet has to be in the ascending order. Okay, so here have from the 1 to the 5, and we already have this as a the condition is true here. Okay, this will be false, so any triplet where I, G, key is valid. Okay, so if we gonna return, are we gonna return we're gonna return true, either true or false. We're not gonna return the triplet. Okay, so nums 2150. Okay, so we have this triplet. Yeah, the triplet is 345. Okay, so 0 1 2 3 4 5, which is the 0 4 6, num 3, num 4, and num 5. Okay, I think this is not. We can do it in a. Is there a complexity thing? Okay. Could you implement solution that runs in O(n) time complexity and O(1) time complexity? O(n) I think is good, but O(1) I don't really think so. Okay. Okay, let's just draw something. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I think this will be easy for this example. So we have our pointer here I. We're gonna store it. So if we're gonna implement a O(n) time complexity, I think we have to store values. Okay, so let's just call it value 1. It's I, and then we're gonna iterate. So I is 2. We're gonna check if v1 is smaller than nums of I. If it is, we're gonna make v2 the value, and then check for the v2. If the v2 is lower, then we're gonna have v3, and if we have the v3, we're gonna simply return, because we already have the third number. That is that the two numbers are like present. The two previous numbers are lower to it. Okay, so let's test this idea on the this. Okay, so I have 2, 1, 5, 0, 4, and 6. I think I saw this problem somewhere. Okay, so we're gonna start from I here. Okay, we cannot store this because we already have one. If like hmm, we're not gonna we're not gonna store it. We're gonna store actually the can it be like, oh, it's strictly lower, like the triplet can't be like 113. It has to be strictly lower. Okay, so this is not a right answer. Okay, so I think we're not gonna store. Okay, so let's store the v2. Okay, so v1 equal to, we're gonna increment. The 1 is not lower, so I think we cannot have a triplet. So we're gonna, oh, the v1 will be this. If it's not lower, then the v1 will be 1. Okay, so we delete it and to make the v1. Let me just make this side. And then 5. 1 is lower than 5. Then we're gonna add the v2. We're gonna make it 5. And then 0. The 0 is not greater than 5. Then I think we're gonna repeat the whole approach from the v1. Okay, so we're gonna make the v1 equal 0. Okay, and the v2 is nothing. And then, okay, so I think this is cool. This is 4, so we're gonna make it 4. And the v3 will be 6. And then we return true. But if we don't like hey, thank you, man. If we don't like calculate the v3, that means we didn't find the triplet. Then we're gonna return false. So in this case, we're gonna return true. If we just go to the v3, if v3 is not, we're gonna initialize it as like 0 or the least or the smallest number. If it's not, then we changed it. Then we're gonna then we already find the triplets. So yeah. So we're gonna return true. If not, so we didn't find v3. So we're gonna return false. Yeah. Hey, thank you, man. Welcome to stream. Okay, so I think the problem is good. So I think we're gonna start developing. Okay, I'm gonna call it like, I'm gonna initialize 2 or 3 pointers, I really don't know. So int v1, it will be the, is there like, oh, there is a negative numbers. Okay, so it's gonna be either 0 or the, okay, the I remember something in Java, max value in Java. Okay, I'm really gonna make this to see if the number is lower to it. Hmm. Or do we just initialize at 0? Okay, so let's simply initialize it at 0. Int v2 and int v3 will be 0. Now I'm gonna make a loop. I equal 0. Oh no, it's not 0. Oof. If we already like, if the v3 is already a 0, so we have like -2 and -1 and 0. So the v3 is 0, so we cannot do it. I think we cannot do it like this. Okay, so let's continue doing our loop. Okay, I equals 0, I is lower than nums.length. Hey man, welcome stream. I'm good, thank you, how are you? I++, okay. So I think we have like two conditions, okay? So if and if. So we're gonna compare the first. So if nums of I if nums of I is lower than v1, then I'm great. I'm also trying to end the job. Hey, good luck with your journey, man. Welcome stream, by the way. So the smallest will be, or the v1 will be the nums of I. Okay. Else, if it's not, so this not lower, then we're gonna push it to the middle one, to this, which is the v2. So the v2 will be nums of I. I think this condition is good. Okay, so after all this, if we didn't find anything, so I think I'm gonna here return true, but here I'm gonna return false if we didn't like find anything. Okay, and here we're gonna make if num of I is greater than the v2, then we already found the v3. You see me, chat? You see the idea? If it's if it's if it's greater, then we already find the v3. This is the thing. So if nums of I is greater than the v2, then the first iteration we're gonna make this condition because we already don't have this. Okay. Oh, he's gonna return it. Okay, so let's just try it. Okay, so we're gonna simply return true, which means that we already found the third number, the third triplet. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna execute it to see. I think that's not gonna work because those are the. Oh man. Oh, that actually worked. It actually worked with this. Yeah. So now, nums of I is, well, hmm, he like, nums of I, he returned true in these two cases, but I think this is luck. This, okay, so in the first, so let me just, oh, he returned true. Okay, so let's test this test case. Okay. Oh, I want the code. Okay. Okay, let's delete all this. Okay, so we have like 5. What's the test case? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. So I have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. At this iteration, I equals 0, the v1 equals 0, v2 equals 0, and no, before actually, and v3 equals 0. Okay. Okay, I equals 0. Nums of I equal 5. So now I have nums of I is greater than v2. So I'm gonna return true, which is false. Okay. So let's just skip this. We're gonna go to the next condition. So if nums of I is lower than v1, so 5 is not lower than v1. Okay, in this test case, we're not gonna do anything because there is no like ascending triplets. Okay. So I think the logic's good, but the whole problem is with the well, we don't already need v3 because we didn't really use it, and I'm gonna like I said, I'm gonna initialize this to max value because we cannot like compare nums of I to the v1 and then return true simply because it's any like number will be greater than 0, so we have to make those two numbers very high to work. Okay, so let's suppose 1 is 100, okay, and 2 is 100. Let's test this test case with it. So now we have, okay, delete that, delete this. Okay, so let's go. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so nums of I now is 1. It's not lower than v2. It's not greater. Okay, so I'm gonna skip it and go to this condition. So nums of I is lower than v1. This is true. So v1 will be nums of will be the nums of I will be 1. Okay. Now I equal 1. Nums of I equal 2. v1 equal 1. Okay, so nums of I is greater than v2. It is not, so I'm gonna skip it another time. Hey, welcome man, welcome stream. How are you? Now, nums of I is lower than v1. It's not true, so v1 will be, we're not gonna change it, it will be v1, else v2 equal nums. This is what we said, v2 will be 2. Okay, so we see the idea, it's a triplet. Okay, so the third condition, the third iteration will be the last. So nums of I, which is nums of 3, nums of 2, which is 3, is greater than v2, which is the middle one. So we already find the triplet. So we simply gonna return true. Okay, so v1 will be 1, v2 will be 2, and v3, we're not gonna initialize it or like make it a value, but we're simply gonna return true because we already find it. We don't need to assign it a value. Okay. So that's the whole thing, but we have to make those number like great. Can you like make it like what's the content? Okay, it's too great. Okay, so the max length. Okay. So we're gonna make it. So the nums of I that he's gonna make it for us, it's the max value of it are 2 power 31 minus 1, and this number is the max value. So I think this is the best value to take it. Like if we initialize it to 1000, then it will be values that is greater than it. So the best thing is to initialize at integer max value. Okay. Yeah, we're good. Yeah, I think we're good. Yeah. So as I explained, the algorithm is good. The two values are good. So I hope this submit is good. Oh, okay. So I have 1 1 minus 2 6. Output true, which is false. Okay, so let's test this. Okay, so we have 1 1 minus 2 and 6. The v1 will be like, let's say plus infinity, and v2 plus infinity. It's not plus infinity, it's a really big number. Okay. So we're gonna start iterate. So I equals 0. Nums of I is lower than v1, which is true. Then v1 will be 1. I equal 1. Nums of I is not lower than v1. It's not lower. So we're gonna go to the else. So v2 will be, is it like lower and will be 1? And v3 is greater. It's not greater. Oh, and now we have 6. So we outputted true, which is false. Oh, 6. Yeah. Okay, I want to print every time. I want to print the numbers. Hey, Warden. Hey, man, welcome stream. I'm good, thank you. Okay. Is it like this? think it's not. What a shame, I don't know how to print a number, okay? Oh, the S. Okay, I'm not gonna system.out println. Okay, so I'm gonna simply copy it. I wrote it correctly the first time. Okay, I really don't know what is going on. No stimulate for println. What the fuck? Why is this? Oh man. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna simply make it v1. I think this is the problem. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna make it twice. v1 and v2. Okay. Let's run it. Okay, so the first time is the two infinite numbers. Then in the I equals 0, the v equal 1, and the I equal 1, and the v equal its number. And then he changed it to 1, 1. And then the v1 equal minus 2. Why? Why I changed it? Nums of I is lower than v1. Oh, minus 2 is lower than v1. Okay. Okay, I think the problem is in here actually. He cannot take it, which is not smaller though. So we're gonna add simply a. That's it. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's good. So the one and the one, we cannot accept it. So if it's lower or equal, we're not gonna accept this. We're gonna simply go to the v2. Yeah, this is the thing. Okay, so hope this works. It works. Oh yeah, it did. But the runtime is so bad. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it is. It's 27 minutes. Yeah, it's not bad. That's not bad. Okay. Can we see the solution of others to see what the same thing? Yeah, yeah. Same thing. Same answer. Yeah, yeah. That's good. Is there like another one? Easy approach, faster. Oh, they are all the same. Whoa, man. I begin like to think like all the people. Simple solution explanation. Same thing. Same thing. Same thing. Same thing. So why I did like in the runtime is I really don't know why the runtime is not good. It is because the system? I really don't know. Okay, so this was a really good problem. I think I'm gonna end the video here. So thank you everyone, thank you for watching. Hope you like this video. So if you want to see more other videos, don't forget to check the YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe to it. Don't forget to like this video if you want me to to make more content like this. As I said, I'm gonna end the stream here. So thank you everyone. Hope you like this video. As usual, we're gonna meet tomorrow. So be ready and see you tomorrow. Good night.